challenges that you will face in the coming 2 years and the various strategies that you need to use to overcome those challenges, I would like you to watch a video just to set the mood, and after that we'll have some serious stuff. So just see carefully. Okay. Thank you for your patience for watching, children. On a serious note, we've gathered here for a serious affair. So, anyone okay? Can you please pass the mic, sir? Back to it. Sit down. So, good. So, children, this cookies simply represent your goal that you will be chasing madly. And in the process, you can come across a number of problems, a number of failures, number of successes. Lots of input would be required, and sometimes, in spite of those, you may feel temporarily that you missed your goal. Like the little pig who could not eat his cookies in spite of madly working for it. But these little failures should not dishearten you. This year is going to be a big transition from 10th standard to +1. Demands on your time and efforts increase many-fold. There will be many enthusiastic beginners, but only a few enthusiastic enders. Success will come only to those who have the courage to stick to the task and sweat at it. Do not just consider this as a clip, children. Read it carefully, stick to your task till it sticks to you. Beginners are many, but enders are few. Honor, power, place, and praise will come in time to the one who stays. Stick to your task till it sticks to you. Bend at it, sweat at it, smile at it too, for out of the bend and the sweat and the smile will come life's victories after a while. Now most of you sitting here want to be successful, but the question is, how badly do you want success? Do you want success as badly as you want to party? Or as badly as you want to sleep or play? When you want to succeed as badly as you want to breathe, then rest assured, the success will come easy to you. If you are passionate, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find millions of excuses for your failure. The struggle of these 2 years will not only lead you to success in achieving a seat in a reputed institution of your choice, but it's also going to create a character. This is from where your character building begins. It's going to create a character to face the various shades of life that we all have to experience. Remember, the harder the struggle, the more glorious the triumph. It will only depend on how hard you can be hit in terms of sacrificing some time, some fun, some sleep, and still keep moving forward, even if slowly, one at a time. Now, unsuccessful people, do you think unsuccessful people lack intelligence? No. What is the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people? Unsuccessful people basically lack conviction, not intelligence or talent. So what you have to maintain is consistency of efforts continuously, day after day, for 2 years. A fast beginning, a very high score in the first 2 tests or the first month does not ensure a rocking success. It's all about how you maintain, how you sustain yourself for a period of 2 years. So the margin of error is so small, and I'm talking about life in general. It's about any kind of achievement. It's about a race, about a catch, about anything. The margin of error is so small that 1/2 a step too early or too late and you may miss your goal. 1/2 second can make you miss a catch. So 1 mark in the test, in your exams, whether you like it or not, whether it's justified or not, can make you lag nearly 100 ranks. So for the exams that you're aiming for, it is not merely the toughness that will make your exams difficult or your goals difficult to achieve. So have a look, it's the acceptance ratio. Now what is the acceptance ratio? It's the ratio of candidates selected to those appearing. For IITs, nearly 10,000 seats for about 1.36 million aspirants. That makes an acceptance ratio of nearly 0.7%. And for All India PMT, roughly 2,500 seats for around 6 lakh aspirants. That's approximately 0.5%. So this year it's not about getting an A1 or a score of 95%, but it's important to get more marks than others. Even if that's a 70% or 80%, you have to manage to get a better score than others. So let us now talk on how to cut this competition. The first and foremost thing is the need to learn how to learn. Before facing a challenge, you need to train for that challenge, be it swimming, biking, riding, just anything. So for this training, particularly for the entrance exams, if you join a coaching institute, then the point to ponder is joining a coaching institute enough substitute for hard work? Will joining a coaching institute always ensure success? Well, coaching helps you in channelizing your energy, your efforts in the right direction through experienced faculty and presenting an organized study material, questions, content, guidelines in a simplified manner. But after you have chosen your mentors, it's you children who will make the difference, it's you who has to put the inputs. No coaching academy all over India can ever boast of 100% success rate. The same classes attended by all the students, same lectures delivered by the teachers, number of students attending to those lectures, going about, but then only a few are successful. It's not just about the talent or intelligence, or they're not simply born with a genius. The difference is made somewhere by bringing about that extra push. And without that extra push, whatever be the genius, whatever be the talent, you cannot expect a roaring result. Now, for that, what needs to be done is, you need to study smart and not hard. Now, through our experience every year, what do we observe? Some students have a tendency to buy every single book. I think that might be happening even till 10th sometimes. They have a tendency to buy just every book that their own teacher recommends, their friend's teacher recommend, their friends recommend, or they see their friends reading. So this is going to create a massive mountain of study material for them. So please avoid these unfocused attempts of studying hard. Unplanned, unfocused attempts of studying hard. Instead, a book or two with focused learning will ensure success. So what is important is to study effectively, study smart, and not just study hard. The number of hours you're putting into work is not going to account for the marks that you're getting, but how well planned you're working, in what way you're studying, that's what's going to make a difference to your work. Now, another very important point that you all will agree with me is to satisfy your hunger for success. You need to have a hunger for success, and to satisfy that hunger for success, you need a will to achieve. So for that, you have to push yourself extra. You have to learn to go out of your comfort zones. Being comfortable, not putting in anything extra, and when even one mark is at stake, you cannot expect those rocking results. Follow a plan. Plan yourself well. You can remember the 6P formula. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. When you fail to prepare, you are preparing to fail. So when you're not planning your time well, you're not planning yourself well, and you're simply working, like what you saw, what was the problem, why the pig did not get successful even at the end after madly working towards his goal, the cookies. Why? Because he did a lot of work, a lot of effort was put in, but he did not strategize his work. He did not decide on a plan of action, that plan which will actually lead him to result. That plan could have been a slow plan, but he could have been successful using that. So planning your time is very important. Next is to have a positive attitude. The next point that I would like to comment on, positive attitude. Please do not study because your parents want to study. Because when you're studying for your parents, again, we cannot expect those brilliant results. Positive attitude, study for yourself. Stress definitely will be there in these 2 years. You cannot avoid stress. 2 hectic years, the most important years of your life, your career is going to be decided. So stress will be there. But just do not feel the stress. Work out ways, some short hobbies or small ways in which you can keep doing that stress-busting activities and keep yourself relaxed. Because an overburdened mind will not produce the results that it is expected to be. Yeah. Next thing that we observe in students very often, 2 terms that you should understand very well, competence and confidence. One should not be mistaken for another. Be confident but with confidence. Competence is being prepared to a job, and confidence is the feeling that you are prepared to do a job. Confidence is good. It reassures us, But problem arises when how good you think you are exceeds how good you really are. Focus on the 3 C's, the basic rule of life, I suppose. In our everyday work environment, your study environment, school, your institutes, everywhere you're going to come across a number of pressures, some actual pressures, some imagined pressures. Simple pressures, not getting a seat of your choice in a classroom, or your friend giving you a comment that you did not like. So very simple, small pressures can be there. Now, no system, children, trust me, can ever be perfect. No individual, no system can ever be perfect. So, stop complaining, criticizing and condemning. Get beyond difficulties. Accept the positives, leave the negatives. Train your mind on that so that you can overcome all obstacles. Obstacles are all temporary. Stay motivated, keep going. Your sole focus should be your subject, the contents, and how you can move forward to achieve your goal. Everything else is secondary. The next important thing is overcome sad, not a basic emotion of sadness, but stress, anxiety, depression. A very essential part of life. You will experience this for the coming 2 years, every other day, and it's a necessary evil, I would say. Without anxiety, without optimal anxiety, we can never attain peak performance. When we want something badly, it tends to make us anxious, and it's actually good for us. So optimum anxiety is good, but excess anxiety can mar your results. So avoid too much anxiety, avoid depression. How to avoid? Just stay connected with positives around, stay connected with your teachers, with your parents, share your thoughts. So all this will help you. Now, an important part, an indispensable part of your teenage life, your peers. And surrounding yourself with positive company to keep distractions away, that's what you'll really have to work. If you associate yourself with achievers, you will be one. But if you associate with negative friends who do not have any goals, just go on randomly in life, gradually one day even your own goals will fade away. A very simple, a common story, but I would still like to share a story of an eagle's egg falling into the nest of a chicken. Eagles fly high, soar into the sky, but chicken cannot fly much. So when that eagle's egg hatched, the eagle came out, it grew up with chickens, feeling that it cannot fly. It cannot fly. So it lived a life of a chicken. One day, looking at an eagle, it asked the chicken, that small eagle asks the chicken, "What is that beautiful bird flying in the sky?" The chicken says, "That's a marvelous and outstanding, a very graceful, majestic bird who can soar in the sky, fly high. But you can't do that." The chicken agreed. The chicken lived the life, that eagle's baby lived the life of a chicken because it lived with chickens, it lived amongst chickens. Never ever could it realize that it has the power to fly high. And it was deprived of its heritage. So, he was born to win, but conditioned to lose. Avoid this, children. You have to keep yourself alert and aware that you don't become a chicken. You have the potential. Each one of you has immense potential. The only point is how well you tap it to bring your dreams to reality. Now, I don't think I need to say much on this. The common fad, today's teenagers are blessed with immense potential, but fall prey to distractions. And it's easy for me to say, please avoid TV, social media, mobile phones, negative peer pressure. But for you, you really have to practice to avoid these things. Hand over your mobile phones the very first day of your class, hand over your mobile phones, your Facebook and everything to your parents. And I would simply say, in a simple language, Tyag do sansar and take sannyas. But temporarily, children, just for 2 years. Just for 2 years, leave everything behind, focus, and then trust me, it's a beautiful life ahead. The next 2 years are going to be rocking, all fun, all enjoyment. Everything that was pending for these 2 years, you can go back, you can enjoy all that. Just for 2 years. Just for 2 years, focus on this, take sannyas. Actually take sannyas. Nothing around you should matter, who's coming home, what is happening around. Be focused, and each one of you can bring out those rocking results that today you are dreaming. Yeah, the next important thing that I would like to move on is time management. Without time management, I think none of us can ever achieve anything. None of us, be it a profession, family, or studies. So with respect to your schedule, this is a rough breakdown of what you're going to experience. 6 hours of school, 4 hours of coaching, roughly, 3 hours for basic activities, the essentials of everyday's life, 6 hours of sleep, which you should always definitely follow. 6 hours of sleep is the bare minimum that you should tune your minds. For 2 years, this is the bare minimum. More or less is not required. Approximately 4 to 5 hours will be left to self-study on working days, and 10 to 12 hours on free days. So you have to train yourself to manage this schedule. This won't come overnight. You have to train yourself to manage the schedule gradually. And mark my word, time will not be available. You will have to create it. You will always be falling short of time in these 2 years. Always. Because there's so much going to be done. But then children of your age only bring those results that you are dreaming of today. So it's possible, children. It's the only thing that is needed is that you need to work on it. Now the next thing, number of times during these 20 years of my teaching experience, I've heard students coming up and saying, ma'am, so and so child every time manages a good result because he's very lucky. So what exactly is luck? Is luck responsible for the exceptional results that we show in life? I would like to remind you all, just by being born in a family who can afford your education, born with parents who can spare time for you, beginning your careers, provide you all the resources, you're already very lucky. So now it's your moral duty, children, to work hard and justify this luck that you're born with. So read this poem, it's beautiful words. He worked by day and toiled by night. He gave up play and some delight. Try books he read, new things to learn. Forged ahead, success to earn. He plodded on with faith and pluck, and when he won, men called it luck. You never know what somebody else is going through, but you're just observing the person to be lucky. There's nothing like luck. Luck is only when preparedness meets opportunity. So just be prepared to grab that opportunity and be lucky. Now, for the captains of the ship, the parents. I know, with all the due regards to all the parents, highly experienced, well educated, parents sitting in front of me, but even I am a parent, but still I would like to say a word or two. Including myself, we all tend to be sometimes impatient with our parents, with our children, be a little judgmental with our children, taking every test score to be so important and creating a fuss and creating that extra pressure over those things. Please try to exercise some control over these emotions. It's a long game, 2 years. Children will be under pressure. So just have a very positive eye on them, share their problems, Don't be judgmental after every test. So they need your care and concern. Even your average child can work wonders if you help him maintain consistency. Help them, motivate them, keep reminding them, but just avoid nagging them as far as possible. Share your child's problems with the teachers, because you and us together, I think, can work wonders for your child. And at the end, my humble advice to all the students, to follow the ritual of prayer. A small prayer doesn't mean you have to sit and do elaborate prayer. A small prayer, just 2 lines, 5 lines before you go to sleep, when you get up, so that this prayer gives you the strength to survive all the obstacles and challenges ahead and to climb your climb. So just spare 3 more minutes and listen to your climb.
There's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes find out me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. And sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the
A very fulfilling journey ahead. Go out, chase your goals, climb your mountain, make us all proud. God bless you all. Thank you.